Hey everyone, welcome to the Gallo Ice Arena down here in Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts, where we have the Division I South semifinal ready to go live here between Barnstable, the number 3 seed, and the Hingham Harbormen. Both teams coming in, obviously riding some victories here. Hingham having beaten Weymouth 5-3 in the first round, and then going on to shut out Wellesley 4-0 in the last round. Barnstable coming in with a couple of close games here, beating Falmouth 4-3 in the first round, and then going on to defeat Marshfield 5-4. 9 goals for, 7 goals against for Falmouth. 9 goals for, 3 goals against for Hingham. So Hingham's defense has been pretty stingy the last couple of games, getting good, solid goaltending and good defense. While Barnstable's offense has certainly come alive here, 88 goals on the year coming into the tournament. So Barnstable, carrying a little more offense. Mark Igo here alongside Jake Levin and Pat Serio. Pat Serio on the camera today. We have 3 games for you here tonight. First one about to get underway here, 4:30 start, and then we'll have the next game coming up at 6:30, which will have Hanover versus Attleboro. And then the nightcap at 8:30 will be Cohasset against Norwell. So 3 big games. All teams trying to make their way to the finals down here on Sunday afternoon. We'll also be here for those. First game going off at 1:45, then 4:30, then the Division I South final at 6:30 p.m. So all those will be live here on MyHockeyLive. About 2 minutes before game time, so we'll give a shout out to all of our sponsors here. BEW Local 103. This year Local 103 will celebrate 150 years serving the electrical needs of Greater Boston. With 7,500 electricians and technicians, Local 103 is well equipped for all your electrical construction projects, big or small. For your next on-time, on-budget electrical project, visit the103advantage.com. Also being brought to you by Integrated Benefits Group. IBG is a boutique firm specializing in employee benefit and human capital management. To get your no-cost benefits audit, please call Tony Maffio at 781-953-2000 or visit them online at thinkibg.com. So a big thank you out to the folks at Jif. The new Jif to-go dippers combine creamy Jif peanut butter and crunchy pretzels for the perfect grab-and-go snack. Grab your Jif to-go dippers at your local grocery store. Also want to thank our friends at Mohawk Rubber Sales. Mohawk Rubber Sales is the largest independent distributor of auto shop supplies in the USA and is headquartered right here in Massachusetts. Mohawk carries only the most reputable brands in the industry and can guarantee delivery to most U.S. locations in under 3 days. Products are available online, so be sure to check out MohawkRubber.com. That's MohawkRubber.com. Next up is Transitions Kitchens and Bath, conveniently located on Washington Street in Norwell. The home is an extension of the family. No one understands this better than the crew at Transitions. Transitions Kitchens and Bath, embracing style, personality, and home. Visit us at transitionskbr.com. So again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. It's not too late to sponsor any of our games coming up. We have a couple of local sponsors for the Hanover game, and if you're interested in sponsoring or putting your company up on the website, you can reach us at info@myhockeylive.com. That's info@myhockeylive.com. And we're getting ready now for the teams to be introduced to us here. We'll get both starting lineups as Jake Levin climbs up the stairwell here and gets ready for the starting lineups. It's always good to see Jake, and Jake will be calling tonight's 3 games.
Mark, how are you?
Doing all right, Jake?
I'm ready for some action. This game should have been played yesterday. Barnstable, you know, they had school off. There was a snowstorm down here on the Cape. What can you do? But we're finally getting to it Friday afternoon. This crowd's going to be electric. The Hingham students are still trickling in. Barnstable's already here. They're only 15 minutes down the road. I'm pumped up.
Yeah, winner of this game will get Severian Jake. Obviously, we were down here last night braving the elements to get here and saw Severian go on to
And so there's our answer to the Hingham goalie question. It's Matt Personini.
Yeah, going to go with Personini. As you said, throughout the tournament, Coach Messino was riding that hot hand and kind of going with the gut, but Personini will get the start tonight. Of course, between the pipes for Barnstable is Dylan Campbell. No surprise there as he has carried the Red Raiders to a 15-5-1 record, and as I said, very stingy throughout the year with only 49 goals against.
I am hearing that McDonough has returned for Barnstable. Michael McDonough.
Yeah, number 2, senior defenseman, good body back there, leader for this team, and I'm sure Coach Scotty Nickerson is happy to see him back in the lineup.
Phil Garceau of CapeHockeyHub.com tipped me off before the game. McDonough was back. That is a huge emotional lift for the Red Raiders.
Yep. And we'll get ready here for our national anthem. Yeah, Jake, you're right. It's electric in here tonight. A little louder than what we heard last night. Not that I think the snow might have kept a few people away last night, but like you said, Barnstable right down the road, and a good 4:30 afternoon start here for the Hingham crowd as well.
Wouldn't expect anything less out of this game. The Hingham's just clearing their goal of all the practice pucks, and we'll be underway. So Hingham is in this game after dispatching of the Weymouth Wildcats 5-3 in the first round. The score, a little deceiving. Hingham scored 4 goals in a 5-minute span in the first period. From there, it was pretty much all Weymouth, particularly in that second period. Hingham was able to weather the storm and survive, tacked on an empty netter late, and then they made much easier work in the previous round.
Yeah, defeating
Wellesley.
Wellesley.
The Wellesley Raiders.
Yep, sure. Yep, and you know, and Barnstable's had to work hard to get here. I mean, they defeated Falmouth 4-3, and then obviously that exciting finish against Marshfield, winning that one 5-4, and we're underway now.
They have lived up to their expectations of being that heart attack team. Barnstable's on some Super 8 watch lists not all that long ago.
No, both these teams were certainly on the Super 8 watch list. Hingham right down to the final selection meeting, and Barnstable having lost to Braintree last year in the Division I South final, so they know what it takes to get there.
Red Raiders win the draw on their own end. Hingham is in red. They're the away team. Barnstable is in white with red numbering and lettering and red helmets. There's a whole lot of red out there.
A lot of red, a lot of white, a lot of black.
Black pants as well for Barnstable. Hingham is going from left to right offensively this period. Barnstable going from right to left. As I said earlier, Matt Personini getting the start between the pipes for the Hartman as they're struggling to get it out of their own end. Barnstable, that's Kevin Conway, batting it in from beyond the blue line. Hartman will look for a clear. Droster tried to connect with Terez. A diagonal pass up the right wing. This is McDonough starting things up ice for the Red Raiders. Having to get back on sides was DeMeo. He was ahead of the blue line. No shots on goal yet for either team. A minute gone by. Here's Conway from the circle. He's going to flutter it towards the net, and an easy glove save for Personini.
Yeah, Conway coming out of the corner there with the puck, Jake, and you know, maybe on edge a little bit there as the senior center tried to rip one off and fluttered right into Personini's glove, as you said there. And we see Mary Ellen Jones down below us. Mary Ellen works with us on the program, and we want to give a shout out to her son who's watching us in New York City.
That puck goes off the end glass, came off the stick of Megnia, almost went out. The players expected it to. The top line is on for the Hartman, at least in terms of scoring. And in the slot, there's a chance for the Red Raiders. Denied was Alex Berrettini. As I was saying, it is the McNally, DeMellis, Egan line. 2 players over 30 points in the regular season, and the third, Matt Egan, had 29. Up ice, it's O'Rourke. Diagonal outlet pass connects with McNally. It's 2-on-1. McNally's gonna fire, and a save by Campbell.
Yeah, nice rush there by McNally, showing that speed, and a big save, and even more importantly, Campbell covering up that rebound, not allowing any loose pucks out front.
This is your 26, 27, and 28 line on now for the Hartman. Hennessy, Gordon, and Forbes. Far corner. Couple players batting for the puck. Emerging was Conway, sends it along the end boards in the perimeter. Michael Selesky, captain of the Hartman, comes down from the near point, and failing to keep it in was Forbes. Barnstable from their own end. Selesky knocks it down and gains the line, or so he thought. But on the wrong side of the blue line was Jack Hennessy. That'll get us a draw in the neutral zone. 12:48 to go in the first.
Just noticing, Jake, that Coach Nickerson has sent McDonough and Conway out, so he's only going with two defensive pairings here. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those two as they match up against the top two lines of the Harbormen.
Harbormen control the draw. Selesky on the receiving end and sends it wide of the post. Campbell comes out to drop it. Could have covered up for what would have been a face-off. Missed cue by Jacobs. Jetting up ice was DiMartino. Harbormen the other way. Forbes for Hennessy in the corner.
Boy, Matt Caskey showing a lot of speed there, coming down that right wing and taking advantage of the open ice, getting off a good shot there. Personiti had to be on top of his game there, Jake.
Matt Caskey, absolutely electric player for the Red Raiders. 5 goals in just 2 postseason games thus far, including the double overtime winner against the Marshfield Rams in the previous round. Here's the Hartman, Terez, along the end boards, jockeying for possession with Megnia. Joining the fray, Iria. Iria had a goal against Wellesley. Paul McNamara was quick to praise Iria as one of the more underrated members of the Harbormen.
Yes, Paul likes those smaller sized players. He loves to call them his little pepper pots, and
O'Rourke with a
find one right here.
Crisp pass for Terez. Terez shoots it. It was blocked. It winds up along the end boards. It goes up over the goal and trying to backhand it off the chip, but I think we're going to get playing the puck with a high stick by the Harbormen. This should be a draw back in the Barnstable attacking end. 11:30 to go on the first.
Yeah, that one will come all the way down the other end here, and nice shift there by the freshman, Terez. So doing a nice job there, but as you said, Jake, playing the puck above the shoulders with the stick, gets the whistle.
Conway on the draw. DeMellis trying to chip it. McDonough gloves it down and is tripped up in the neutral zone. There won't be a call. Will Jones out to Egan on the near right. Glove down again by McDonough. You're seeing his impact quickly. He turns and fires, but a save by Personini.
Yeah, McDonough obviously well rested and showing it. He's been out here already 3 quick shifts for him and doing it on both ends. Nice little low shot, trying to go 5-hole there. Had a little space for a minute there, Jake.
Conway is going to take the draw. An aggressive setup for Barnstable. It was one out to McDonough, who was around the half wall. Nobody was at their natural spot on the point. Somebody had been there. That could have been a dangerous one-time bid for Barnstable.
And as we've seen, McDonough not shy to shoot that puck and throw it at the net, which is always a good way to approach these kinds of games. You might hit a stick, skate.
Will Jones along the perimeter from Matt Egan, trying to create a breakout, and starts with DeMellis to McNally. Gains the line along DeMellis. Into the slot, McNally holds the puck. It was blocked off the skits of Theoridis.
Big opportunity there for Hennessy.
Quickly the other way, this is McDonough. He is a north-south defenseman. Up, playing it over the crossbar. I believe it was McDonough.
Yeah, it was a big hit there by Will Jones. Puck was played with a high stick. Didn't go on top of the net. We're going to face off all the way down back into the Barnstable zone.
Looks like it's going to be in the neutral zone.
All right. They did call that cross check. Boy,
so Hingham is going to be short-handed. Actually, hold on.
Maybe we're going to get...
Thought we might be getting some offsetting minors here. Players hovering around that Barnstable penalty box.
Yeah, Coach Messina not liking the call. They're going to get a cross check here. 10:28 remaining. So at 4:32, we get our first penalty. Cross checking.
This will be your first
call against McNally.
Barnstable power play. Conway, McDonough, and Dunn up front. Back of the points, Caskey and Donnie Broad. Draw is won by Barnstable. McDonough tries to force the puck into the slot himself. Meets a stone wall. Caskey for Broad. Broad, far side of the blue line, one-timer for McDonough, and he misfires into the corner weakly. Conway comes out with it in the near corner. McDonough for Broad. At the point, sends it towards the net. I think that went off his own man, Nick Dunn. Hingham can't get it clear yet. About 30 seconds gone by on this man advantage. Donnie Broad, the middle of the offensive zone, sends it towards net, and that went off the body. Looks like of a work, but again, Hingham can't clear. Been almost half of the power play. Broad far point, one time to McDonough, well wide. He's off a little on his timing with a one-timer perhaps.
Yeah, Selesky wants that one back, Jake, right off his skate. That's outside the line.
Finally forced out by Dan Shea for the Harbormen. First clear for Hingham. 33 seconds to go on the man advantage for Barnstable. All the way down the river, Selesky goes off of DeMayo. Barnstable will regroup. They still have time for at least one more shot on the man advantage. This is Caskey, very dangerous. Shoots it, and it goes off of Will Jones to the corner. Along the end boards, Caskey will follow his own shot. Carries it to the far half wall, now to the point. Caskey still
5 seconds on the power play here. Watch the player coming out, and this is going to be all the way down. Deliberate offside call by the official right in front of us, Jake, and he got it right. There were 3 guys right over that blue line. So.
That was misplayed by McDonough, showing his rust. His presence is huge for Barnstable, but you're still seeing it here on that power play in particular. Unable to get off those one-timers the way he's used to.
So that should do it for the power play now as McNally comes out of the box and right into the play.
Here's indeed back 5-on-5 hockey. Hingham in their own end. It's Jones fires. Off it. Egan in front, who turns around, and a save by Campbell. Losing his glove was either McNally or DeMellis. Looked like McNally. I don't think this is going to result in a penalty.
Yeah, real nice job by both teams so far, though, Jake, getting in front of those goaltenders and providing the screen. Both Campbell and his opponent down there, Personini, have had trouble with the players in front of them seeing these pucks.
Caskey wins the draw for the Red Raiders. Fromheim sends it along the perimeter to Craig. DeMayo with Caskey. DeMayo, and it's going to be offside. DeMayo says, who, me? It is indeed coming back into the neutral zone, just shy of the blue line of the Hingham defensive end. With 8:36 to go in the first, still no score.
Yeah, we're seeing why both these teams made it here, Jake. Very talented, lot of speed, good defensive play in their own zone, and should be a good one.
Harman with a breakout. Pass was a little too hot to handle from Droster, but the Hardmen are down there in their end boards. Barnstable now is going to get a clear. Cross ice, Caskey to DeMayo. DeMayo fires from the circle. Glove save, gliding to his right was Personini.
Joey DeMayo, the junior forward, coming up the left wing there and getting off a decent shot. Not a whole lot on it, but and again, nothing really in front of Personini there as he's able to easily control the shot and make sure there's no rebound. Face-off coming to his right with 8:17 remaining in the first period.
Conway kicked the draw to Broad, who passed it to the point for Corbett, but it went over the blue line.
Dangerous play there, got caught up in his skates.
Selesky was looking for Teres, and they're going to rule this an icing, saying it did not hit Teres.
Coach Messina's not buying it either. He thought for sure that that hit somebody, or certainly a Barnstable player was close enough to play that, but not able to get that. So an icing call against the Harbormen.
About 7 minutes gone by in the first period. Barnstable has it. Corbett, one-timer bid to McDonough, blocked by Teres, and here comes Dan Shea. Dan Shea has Teres join him. Shea sent it towards the net for Teres, and it's well wide.
Yeah, good idea by Shea there, Jake, throwing it across the slot.
Misplayed by O'Rourke, but he is able to connect up with DeMellis. They rule it would have been offside. So Barnstable from behind their own goal, about halfway through this first period, it's McDonough taking his sweet time and then some. McDonough finally launches an outlet pass and connects with Donnie Broad up the right wing, but quickly knocked off by Selesky.
Yeah, nice read on that play by Selesky. Saw it all the way.
Here's DeMellis gaining the line. DeMellis fires.
Oh, rings it
off
off
the glove of Campbell and hit the post. All the way back out. Jacobs. Cross ice for O'Rourke. O'Rourke gains the line. O'Rourke collides with Amegbia. No call. DeMellis in the slot. No save by Campbell. Tries to follow his own shot. Overstepped it. And here's Fromheim up the left wing.
Yeah, really the first time we've seen any rebounds here. Campbell let that one out. DeMellis just couldn't get his stick back on it.
DeMellis, a man
on
a
down
mission.
we go, Jake.
That was done, trying to connect with Fromheim. McDonough is going to gather the puck for Barnstable. Sends it into the attacking zone. Able to break out of the Harberman. This is Forbes up the far side left. Forbes had Gordon in the slot, shoots it, and it's up into the protective netting with 6:12 to go in the first.
Take a moment again just to read through our sponsors here. We gave them a shout out before the game started, but BEW Logo 103. Big thanks to them. Also a big thanks to Integrated Benefits Group, IBG. Thank you out to Jif to Go Dippers. Get them at your grocery store now. And Mohawk Rubber Sales, largest independent distributor of auto shop supplies in the USA.
Harberman control the draw. Behind their own net, looking for the wraparound bid. That was Gordon. Oh, Selesky keeps alive and fires it just wide. The far side of the post. This is Matt Caskey up the near side left.
Just a lot of energy in this building, Jake. A lot of excitement already building here in the first period. 5:49 remaining. Got a good one going on here between the Harberman and the Red Raiders.
Will Jones up the right, over the stick of Iria, and that will result in an icing against the Harberman.
Hopefully you folks can spread the word that we moved the game over to MHL2 tonight, so all three games will be on MHL2. We're trying to get it posted up on the website. Replays courtesy of Pat Serio, SerioVideo.com, and a big shout out to our friend Tom Coveney back in Hingham. Loving the replays, he tells us.
Barnstable again going with the aggressive setup on these draws. Their goal is to win the draw and get a one-time shot. If they can land one, that's going to be dangerous. Hingham will try to get the clear. Iria forced up for Dan Shea with Terez flanking him in the middle. Shea through the circle, fires, and the rebound went right to Terez, but a little wobbly, and it goes to the corner.
I think that one got on Terez a little quicker than he anticipated, Jake, and was not ready for it, unfortunately. A good feed across, and had nothing but open net to the freshman forward there, but again, tough play when the puck's aerial to you like that.
You never expect the rebound to come so perfectly to you, and that's almost what happened there.
Yeah, it is, and face-off coming to the right here.
It's the DeMellis line on for the Harberman. Barnstable wins the draw. McDonough tries to connect with Craig on the half wall. And that one goes wide of the goal mouth. Near side corner boards. DeMellis was down there. Egan battling with Corbett. McNally comes out with it. Knocked off the play by Caskey. Harberman need to be very aware of Matt Caskey's whereabouts at all times. Roster fires it into the corner. Won't be a line change, at least not yet. A bit of confusion there for the Harberman. Looks like they're going to stay with what they have. Maybe a wasted opportunity. McDonough up the far side right. Unable to get by Selesky, who chips it up, and it was a 2-on-1 developing for the Harberman. But Selesky threw it too far in front of DeMellis.
McDonough pinching up a lot here as well, Jake. He's been on the ice pretty much the whole first period, so Michael's getting his work out here. The senior defenseman just back off an injury.
DeMaio to the near side, diagonal pass, hops over the stick of Caskey. Steven Jacobs in his own end, inside 4 minutes to go. Jacobs touches it up with Hennessy. Hennessy is going to try to track it down. Oakley with the attempt to clear, but great forechecking by Hennessy, Forbes, and Gordon. Barnstable still struggling to get that clear. Towing the blue line, and Barnstable does indeed get it out. Controlled immediately by Jacobs for Selesky. Selesky up the right side, trying to go between the skates of Howell. Unable to do so. And we get a stoppage in play. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an offside against the Red Raiders.
Little offside call there, Jake. Get a whistle here with all that action. 3:22 remaining, and a furious pace here in the first period. Up and down they've gone, and one penalty so far in the game coming against Hingham, and that's it. So no goal scoring and pretty clean play.
Haberman win the draw. Jacobs tried to dump it in, went off a Barnstable defender, and Selesky does the same. It goes off the stick of Nick Dunn, but this time does trickle into the attacking zone. Half wall, Jacobs trying to keep it alive for the Haberman. Jacobs sends it in a little further. Pasek there for Barnstable. Goes back across for Oakley. And that is under the stick of Will Jones. Tracking it down is Colby Howell. Pinned up by Jacobs in the near corner in a big old scrum. Dunn joining the fray for Barnstable. Irie down there as well. And turning and firing is Broad. Goes off the stick of Will Jones, who is in a goalie position in his own right. Donnie Broad along the end boards. Irie tries to pin him up there. Will Jones helps evade him, but Donnie Broad can't be covered, and Conway turns and fires, and a very slow-moving puck. Save made by Personini from the point. Goes off the end glass. Shot taken by Megnia.
That shot was so slow, Jake. I think Personini wasn't sure whether or not he should reach out for it.
Here comes Dan Shea. Dan Shea with a shot. Blocker save by Campbell. It was the 3-on-2.
What a save by Dylan Campbell, Jake. Huge save there with the blocker.
A very quick 3-on-2 development. Hard to even call it an odd-man rush. It happened so fast. Conway in the middle for Broad. Broad shoots. Save Personini. Couldn't hang on to it initially, but falls on top of it for the save with 1:57 to go in the first.
Yeah, very impressed with this line of Caskey and Broad, making a lot of offense happen here, and Broad shooting one, ripping one off right there, right into the center, midsection of Personini, who controls that rebound. Very important here.
McNally wins the draw, where it's O'Rourke who carries it behind his own net to DeMellis. Sends it for McNally, but it is going to be too far ahead. Offside, or icing rather, against the Haberman. Going back to their own end, 1:48 to go in the first.
We have the Attleboro players down below us here as they just roll into Gallo Arena, trying to keep the dream alive. What a run they've had so far in this tournament. Number 11 seed making it all the way here to the semifinal tonight against a tough opponent in Hanover. That'll be up next.
Shot taken by Caskey and a pad save by Personini, who turned him away. McNally will give chase. Corbett was the first one there. Misplayed it. McNally sends it out. O'Rourke for the point, fires it in, went off the stick of Corbett. McNally in the corner for Matt Egan. Back for DeMellis. DeMellis. The Habermen are cycling around with 1:21 to go. Egan held up along the boards by Caskey. This all happening on the end boards. We're going to get a call here against Caskey. The Habermen are going to get a power play.
Yeah, we're going to hold a call behind the back of the net there against the Red Raiders, so the Habermen will get their first power play of the game with 1:12 remaining in the first period. Barnstable penalty coming at 14:38. 14:48.
It will be McNally, DeMellis, and Egan with O'Rourke and Selesky at the points.
Caskey goes to the box.
Draw will come on the near side of the Haberman attacking zone. McDonough behind his own net is going to look for the perfect way to clear the puck. And on the short side, he is able to get it all the way down the river. Personini out of his net to play it, sends it over for O'Rourke. A minute to go in the first, 1:15 on the power play, so unless Hingham scores, they will have the man advantage for the remainder of the period. DeMellis gliding methodically up ice behind the net now. DeMellis still with it to Selesky at the near point. Back for DeMellis at the near half wall. for McNally. DeMellis looking for Selesky. Selesky cross point for O'Rourke. O'Rourke can score 9 goals in the regular season. DeMellis can score! Tic-tac goal!
Boy, what a pretty goal there, Jake, on the power play. So Hingham strikes first, taking advantage of their power play opportunity and going up 1-0 with 30 seconds remaining in the first period. Beautiful tic-tac-toe passing there, Jake.
We're going to get a look at the replay here. Just great passing throughout that power play by the Harbormen. DeMellis to Egan, uncovered in front. So the Harbormen strike first at 14:30 of the first period. Power play is over, but the Harbormen will try to tack on one more here. Get a second goal inside of a minute to go. Nothing more deflating than that. Barnstable other plans. They want to tie this game. Trickles all the way down. Personini nonchalantly sends it to the near corner. With 9 seconds to go, still a chance for the Red Raiders. O'Rourke was looking up at the clock to see just how much time left he had to kill, and that will do it.
Great first period of play there, Jake. Both the Red Raiders and the Harbormen playing very well there, and Egan breaks the ice there. At the end of the first period, it's number 29 Egan from number 9 DeMellis and number 4 Selesky. That's how the scoring goes. We had 2 penalties in that period. 4:32 of the first period, Hingham takes the first penalty, number 8 McNally for a cross check, and then at 14:48. Number 17, Kasky, takes a holding call, and of course, Hingham scores on the power play with the power play goal to end that period.
Outstanding first period, no question. Harbormen have scored first in every tournament game they have played now. It's a strategy that's worked for them so far. Having said that, Barnstable, they're no stranger to playing from behind. That Marshfield game, they were down twice in the third period, tied it up each time before ultimately getting the winner in double OT. Red Raiders are not dead until the clock strikes to 0.
Right with you there, Jake. 9 goals already in the tournament for them through now 7 periods of play, so we know they can put the puck in the back of the net, but Hingham certainly, as well as Barnstable, playing very solid defense there, so we'll be back with the start of the second period in about 10 minutes. Hey, welcome back everyone to the Gallo Ice Arena down here in Buzzards Bay. Mark Igo alongside Jake Levin and Pat Serio. We've got the Harbormen leading the Barnstable Red Raiders 1-0 as we get ready for the start of the second period, Jake.
It was a power play goal very late in that period at 14:30. Matt Egan on a nice feed from Nat DeMellis via Mike Selesky on the power play. As I said, excellent passing for the Harbormen. Barnstable controls the puck to begin things. The teams have switched sides. Hingham is now moving from right to left. Barnstable from left to right. Here's the first chance for the Harbormen. Terez is wide of the net. Battle along the half wall. Conway sweeps it diagonally towards Donnie Broad. With the first one there is Mike Selesky for Hingham. Selesky chips it backhanded towards Terez, who has some space. 3-on-2. Terez went off the body of McDonough. Area along the end wall. Swiped up by Conway for Broad. Gains the line on the left side. Gets past Selesky. Conway is going to shoot it, but it's well wide to the far side of the post.
Both teams getting opportunities here to start the period. Jake, up and down, they continue to go. It's like a track meet.
DeMaio for Oakley. Chips it up. Could not connect with Howell cleanly. McNally trying to get it to Terez. And Oakley right in front of the Barnstable bench, in front of the scorers table, really. Here's a 2-on-2 chance. Megnia with a puck, trying to get it up for Howell. Howell on the near corner, moves off Howell. It's going to be a pad save, Personini. He can't corral the rebound, but Howell was unable to bang it home, so the Harbormen can get a clear. This is McNally up your near side left. Gaining the line, McNally takes it near the corner and lost it to Howell. He's going to try to get it back. McNally is looking for Egan along the half boards. O'Rourke throws his body in and keeps it alive for Egan. Back for DeMellis now. In the slot, he was looking for Egan. It was on his backhand. Megnia able to get a clear for Barnstable.
Yeah, nice job there by number 6. O'Rourke stepping up to keep that puck in the zone and creating another chance there for the Harbormen.
Megnia sends it off the end boards. Will Jones back there for the Harbormen on D. Trying to get it clear, and gloving it down in the middle was passing. But DeMellis assumes control of the puck and is flying up the right side. Intercepted by McDonough, making his presence felt. Mike McDonough, his first game back from a collarbone injury that was supposed to end his season.
Yeah, DeMellis' speed is nothing that the wall of Mike McDonough cannot stop.
Well, yeah, and McDonough, you know, not to be denied, he was not going to miss the tournament games if they went this deep. DeMellis sends it on net, Campbell in position, stick save, leaves it for McDonough.
Starting to see Barnstable start throwing the puck at the net a little bit more here, Jake.
McDonough was sneaking through the neutral zone. He got a shot off, but Personini with ample time to get the save.
Yeah, I think Berrettini was trying to get a line change there. He was over on the other side of the blue line, and McDonough coming over thinking shot all the way, but Berrettini unable to get off the ice. Called for the offsides with 12:11 remaining here in the second period.
Forbes take a draw against Conway. Still loose. Broad is going to gain the line, but swept out immediately by Forbes. Hennessy making a move up the right, trying to beat Oakley to the puck. That battle will continue along the end boards. Forbes with the puck to the point for Droster, who couldn't handle it cleanly, and sends it back to the corner instead. Forbes battling Oakley. Backhands it to the far point underneath the stick of Selesky. A rare miscue by the senior captain. Able to get it back in his own end, and a long, high diagonal intended for Gordon is going to fall through for an icing with 11:37 to go in the second period.
Yeah, an offensive opportunity here now. Face-off coming in the offensive zone for the Red Raiders. Icing call there against Selesky, as you said. Hingham clinging on to that 1-0 lead here early in the second period.
Harbormen in their own defensive end. This draw occurs. DeMeo to the point, wristed in by McDonough, blocked well before it reached the crease. That was a pass by DeMeo, looking for somebody in the slot. He had Theoridis there. Well defended by the Harbormen, and this is going to be yet another icing for the men in red.
Yeah, I think I'm called for the icing there, but a real nice job there by Droster getting his stick in that passing lane from just behind the net. Good feed out front by Barnstable, and Droster again getting his stick on that one and deflecting it away into the corner, helping out his goaltender there, Personini.
Matt Caskey wins the draw for Oakley at the point, but he can't handle the puck. He had a good shooting lane there.
Seen a few of those now, Jake, with the puck coming back on edge to the defenseman and not able to control that.
Yeah, that was O'Rourke flying up ice, but swiped away at the blue line. Now it's Caskey, fires it, goes off of Will Jones's leg. Caskey follows the shot, that was actually Broad, along the end boards, intended for DeMaio, picked up by Jones for Terez, far half wall, battling for the puck with Megnia. Back over to the near half wall. Harbormen trying to get it clear.
Got numbers here.
2-on-1, odd man rush. It's Irian. Irian shoots right onto the gut of Campbell. Easy save.
Yeah, I think Ethan would have liked to have kept that a little bit lower on the ice, maybe trying to go 5-hole, but got it up a little high and right into the bread basket of Dylan Campbell. Campbell's played very well here tonight, Jake.
He has nothing he can do about that power play goal. That was just a thing of beauty passing-wise by the Harbormen.
I see Coach Spinelli down to our left making some copious notes here as Severian prepares to play the winner of this one on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. down here at the Gallo.
That puck a high arc over everybody, and it trickles all the way down to the Hingham end for an icing, so the Harbormen will have the luxury of another attacking zone draw with their top line on the ice.
Again, don't forget we got 2 more games coming up after this one, which Jake Levin will be calling both of those games.
McNally's going to take the draw. Moving into the... Behind him in the aggressive position was DeMellis. McNally along the end boards, chipping it for Egan in the far corner. Egan fans at it, but DeMellis is there and sends it to Selesky at the far point. Back for DeMellis at the far half wall. In the circle, down low for Egan. Egan along the end boards, defended by Corbett. Egan still with the puck on the right side. Selesky's going to turn and fire. And a save by Campbell, who again was in excellent position for the save.
Perfect position, and he had Billy McNally standing right in front of him looking for a loose puck. So, again, a great job by Dylan Campbell, not only to make the initial stop, but really to control the puck so there's no rebound out on the doorstep there. There was a red jersey right in front of him.
Just inside 10 minutes to go in the second, 9:59. Hardman win the draw, again in their attacking zone. Droster sends it in, sort of lobbed it towards the crease, hoping for a deflection. Couldn't get it. That's Hennessy on the half wall. Howell knocks it away from him. Ryder's going to give chase in the corner. Barnstable couldn't get the clear. Turned and fired. That was by Hennessy, but another easy save for Campbell.
Yeah, Barnstable's got to be careful here, though. They're having difficulty getting the puck out of their zone, and they're a little too quick with that initial first pass, not getting much on it. So they're going to, oh, here comes, as I say that, Coach Nickerson says, you know what, let's get a wholesale change here and get a different unit out there to match up against this second line of Hingham, who's carried the play here so far in this shift.
Donnie Broad, Matt Caskey, McDonough all on the ice. Probably Barnstable's 3 most important players. That is Gordon in the corner. Trying to get it to Hennessy at the half wall, but Broad with the interception. Gets it for Caskey in a 2-on-2 developing. Caskey is going to wind up and fire, saved by Personini. Follows the shot into the corner for the Hardman and able to get some clearance.
Pasick just dragging that right skate, trying to stay on sides, and he did a nice job of doing that, allowing Caskey to gain the blue line and get off a shot. Barnstable trying to turn the tide here a little bit, as a lot of the play here in the second period has been in their own zone.
That's Caskey again with a wrist shot from above the circle as he's joined now with Will Jones. Immediate check that. That was Hennessy.
Sticks coming up a little bit there by both players, but Will Jones just
that was Hennessy,
yeah. Hennessy 26 controlling that, not 21 Will Jones. About the same makeup of the 2 players there.
Saw the 2. That one is right on net, and things starting to get a little physical after the whistles. Players not throwing punches, nothing like that, but getting in each other's faces.
Well, this game's been pretty intense, and DeMeo just going to the net, following his shot, and we might have a broken stick, a broken goalie
stick.
Whoa.
At that.
You don't want to be playing with a broken goaltending stick, Jake. So they'll run a new one out to him, and maybe a little slash there at the end of that play, Jake, on Personini. I didn't see it. I saw DeMeo going to the net to follow up his shot, and a couple of bodies coming in on him, but
it's going to be an attacking zone draw for Barnstable once all the dust is settled.
Coach Nickerson trying to get a late change here, and the officials not letting them, although they are the home team. They should have the last change, but
held in the circle. DeMaio to the point for Megdia. Sends that one wide. Went off the glove of Personini. 8:48 to go in the second period. Hardman are going to have a rush up ice. It is Terez leading the charge. Terez drop pass for Shea. Shea turns and fires. Didn't quite know where he was. That was wide by about 5 feet. Jones couldn't keep it alive at the far point. Calling for O'Rourke to go get the puck. And that's a dangerous play, telling somebody else to go get the puck. Doesn't matter. Shea gives chase to the end boards, battles with Ryder. Shea tried to force it towards Terez. Wisely covering it out with his glove is Dylan Campbell.
yeah, nice play there by number 6, Steve Megnia, the senior defenseman, taking that extra body out from in front of his goaltender, Dylan Campbell, and we'll get to see the replay here as the Harbormen continue to attack. Yeah, and here's the replay right out in front. There's Megnia laying the body on Terez and making sure he wasn't going to get a loose puck.
Drawing the Harbormen attacking zone. controlled by McDonough to Fromheim. Selesky fell on top of it with his skate, sort of tripped over the puck. Doesn't result in a shot on goal for Barnstable. The Harbormen clear
great
out.
back check there, Jake, by the Harbormen forwards, as that had very dangerous play in their own zone, and nothing but red jerseys there to get that loose puck.
Donnie brought up to Fromheim for Kasky, who fires, and a save by Personini. Not surprisingly, Matt Kasky is having these money chances for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, the junior center has brought his A game tonight. He's had a perfect game here so far and unable to find the back of the net just yet, as Personini has been up to the task so far.
Barnstable face-off in their attacking zone to the near side. It's controlled by the Harbormen. Will Jones from behind his own net out towards Hennessy. Intercepted by the Red Raiders in the circle, turning around and getting almost the clear was Jones. Still alive in that Barnstable attacking zone. But Jones now with the puck for O'Rourke. A soft pass intended for Gordon. Sent back where it came from by Noah Oakley. Will Jones from behind his own net. We're over halfway gone in the second period, and now halfway gone in the game. Hingham leads it 1-0. Off the half boards, Fromheim able to keep it alive. Will Jones with the puck for the Harbormen. I've been trying to get it clear. It's been in that Barnstable attack zone for a while. Lobbed up over everybody by Hennessy. Knocked down by Gordon, using the boards to advance it behind Oakley. This is Hennessy who's going to turn and fire. Blocked by the legs of Howell. Megnia behind the net for Oakley. Oakley with a long diagonal. Intended for Berrettini, but it's going to be an icing against the Red Raiders. Draw coming back in the Hingham offensive end. 6:45 to go in the second.
Yeah, long outlet looking for Berrettini, streaking down that left wing and unable to connect. And icing coming here, as you said, face off just to the right of goaltender Dylan Campbell. Opportunity here for the Harbormen.
Iria on the draw for the Harbormen, but it was won by Kasky. O'Rourke shot it. Pad save Campbell. Iria cycling around the net to the far point for Selesky, who shoots it well wide of the goal mouth. Karam's off the corner. Barnstable can't get it clear as of yet. It goes over the corner glass off the stick of Dan Shea, and that is going to bring the puck back out into the neutral zone.
Yeah, Nick Troster, nice job along the blue line there for the Harbormen, getting off a nice shot there and finding a deflection from Iria and a rebound. Very rare do we see a rebound. Iria unable to control that one, though.
Kasky versus Iria on the draw, won by Iria. Shea backhands it into his attacking zone. Megnia there for Barnstable. The official gets in the way of Perez, who's going to on the forecheck. Now it's Kasky. Kasky in, opted to hold onto it. It may have been swiped from him. I think he wanted to shoot that, couldn't do it. Intercepted by Donnie Broad. Kept alive by Conway. Conway and backhands it towards the slot, and giving up his body was Selesky on the block. The other way, Dan Shea gains the line by himself. Dan Shea turns and fires. Pad save Campbell. Again, it's Perez in by himself. A bit lackadaisical was Megnia on the clear, but no damage done.
Yeah, big pad save by Campbell. Shea surprised him with that quick release.
DeMellis, his line mates onto the ice. Seems like it's been forever since we saw them. 3-on-2. Egan with control of the puck for DeMellis in the slot. Well defended by Ryder. Poke check to the far corner. DeMellis says with it coming in is Jones, who tees it, fires. Pad save Campbell. He lost track of the rebound. Conway there to sweep it up. Gloved by O'Rourke. He couldn't keep it alive for the Harbormen, so they will have to regroup.
Another good shift here by the Harbormen. They're keeping the pressure on Barnstable, but Barnstable is still hanging around, only down by a goal.
This is O'Rourke. O'Rourke takes a long side through the circle, towards the slot. McNally was just ahead of the puck. Odd man rush the other way for Barnstable. Donnie Broad gains the line for Kasky. Fires and it's wide to the far side of the post.
Kasky had Personini leaning to the left, went to that short side and just missed.
Here comes DeMellis.
Too many men on the ice, or now we got a hand pass. Okay. Hand pass on Barnstable will bring the puck. Oh, by Hingham, sorry. Will bring the puck down to their.
I was going to say, yeah, because DeMellis is ready to break.
Yeah.
Break out. So a Barnstable penalty wouldn't have stopped that.
Yeah, a lot of white jerseys coming on and off the ice over there. 4:49 remaining in the second period. Harborman leading this one 1-0. Face off in their defensive zone.
The Harbormen win it. It's Droster. Chips it for Hennessy. Sends it out into no man's land for Gordon. Here comes Gordon. Cross ice for Hennessy. Hennessy fires and it's off the side of the net. An odd man rush for the Harbormen. They can't capitalize. Selesky lobs it to Campbell, who knocks it down with his glove and leaves it for McDonough, who is tripped up by Gordon. That's one of the easiest calls a ref is ever going to have to make. Just about 5 feet in front of him, down when McDonough. Barnstable's going to get a power play.
Yeah, penalty's going to come here in the second period, second power play of the game. Comes to us at the 11:47 mark, 11:37 mark. Second power play for Barnstable. Tripping call there on Jeff Gordon. So a big opportunity here for the Red Raiders to get right back in this.
Clearing attempt fails. Shea knocked it right off the legs of Donnie Broad. So still alive for Barnstable for the time being. Not so now. Selesky up ice for Iria, shorthanded attempt. Iria lost an edge, and Broad is able to steal the puck from him. Long diagonal, connects with Nick Dunn. Nick Dunn gains the line. Poke checked away by Droster. Far side half wall, DeMaio jockeying for position.
What a nice job by Iria there, Jake. Didn't think he'd win that battle.
Caskey gains the line, collides with Shea. Lobbed up over everybody. Egan in by himself, shorthanded. Campbell wisely sends it behind the goal rather than in front. Could have been very dangerous. Donnie Broad.
Well, nice penalty kill here, Jake. Only 35 seconds remaining on the power play.
Here's a chance. It's Kevin Conway. Conway towards the slot, looking for McDonough. They were out of sync. And O'Rourke is going to get a clear all the way to the far side corner.
Well, the Red Raiders finally get an opportunity there with McDonough and unable to get a shot on net.
Here's Matt Caskey in space. Caskey fires and it's wide. A hard shot, but it's off the end boards with 10 seconds to go on the power play. In front, Personini falls on it with his glove.
Well, the Red Raiders starting to come a little alive towards the end of this power play. 6 seconds remaining on the power play, and finally putting some pressure there on goaltender Personini. The Red Raiders, Connor Rainville getting a chance there.
Still 6 seconds to go. Man advantage for Barnstable until Jeff Gordon can leave the box.
Good shift there also by Joey DeMaio.
Jones sends it along the perimeter. Kept alive by Oakley. Oakley from the far point.
5 on 5, Jake.
Blocked by McNally. Near corner, Harman will look for an outlet rather than just a clear.
Well, Hingham needs a line change here, Jake. I can hear Coach Messina asking him to ice the puck, but
there's DeMellis. Had it stolen in the slot. Barnstable up ice, 2-on-2, leading the charge is Craig. That was blocked. O'Rourke comes up with a puck, leaving it for Jones in the near corner. Let him there. And the Harbor now going to have a tougher time getting the outlet here, but Jones is able to chip it towards DeMellis, who lops it up. A long pass for Gordon.
Nice job keeping it outside.
DeMellis on the wraparound, big shot for the goal. He did not succeed at first, but right there on the rebound is Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon out of the penalty box, and there he is standing in front of the goal. And as you said, Jake, DeMellis really made that happen. Tried a little wraparound after he pulled the goalie all the way over to the far post. Wrapped it around the back of the net, and as you'll see here, Campbell trying to scramble back to his right, but Gordon's stick just down on the ice where it should be and finds the back of the net. So that'll go Gordon from DeMellis.
Campbell lost his stick in the process. That did not help matters. So Jeff Gordon had a penalty moments ago. He atones with a goal. At DeMellis with the assist, his second.
Alley as well there, Jim.
Here's Gordon again, looking for another. Gordon for Hennessy, scores! The Harbormen with another goal just seconds later. They take a 3-0 lead on Barnstable.
7 seconds later. they make it 3-0. And big goal there. That line certainly earning it, and nothing Campbell can do on that one. Here's the replay here, and Campbell trying to come out and challenge the shooter, and just a beautiful play.
Harberman with a 3-goal lead. Here's another long outlet pass. Perez up with Iria. They gain the line. Iria. Perez calling for the puck in the slot. Iria will carry it along the end boards. To the corner now for Shea in the end boards, looking for Perez. Goes out to Slesky instead, who turns and fires. And that's wide of the goal now. Minute 24 to go. Jacobs with the puck. He wrists it towards net. Was hoping to create a rebound. Barnstable with a clean break. Donnie brought off ice for Megnia. Takes it to the far corner with about a minute 13 to go. Matt Caskey fires and scores. That is Donnie Broad. After Caskey lost it, Broad is there to pick it up.
Huge goal for the Red Raiders, Jake. Big goal there as we'll see the replay here, but you know, you're thinking they might be a little deflated after those 2 quick goals in 7 seconds. Impossible comes busting out right here. Shot from high in the point, and it finds its way to the back of the net. I don't know if Personini ever saw it.
Broad acted as surprised as anybody. I'm not sure that was even intended to be a shot.
Assisted by number 4, Kevin Conway, and number 17, Matt Caskey.
So a minute to go now in the second. The Hartman had that big lead against Weymouth. Weymouth came back to get within 1, couldn't finish it off. Is Barnstable trying to take a page out of that book? McNally into the corner, stays with it out to the near point for O'Rourke. O'Rourke moving further into the half boards. Turns and fires, pad save Campbell. Cleared out immediately. It will be an ice.
So Conway and Caskey get the assists on the Broad goal. So Broad from Conway and Caskey, all 3 players having very solid games so far here.
35 seconds to go in the period. Hardman getting an attacking zone draw. They have their top line out there. McNally with DeMellis to his left and Egan to his right, but Barnstable wins the draw. McDonough for Conway. They got it out of the Hingham end. Trying to control the puck through the neutral zone. Here's Conway for Broad. Broad trying for another goal. Score! It's Caskey, of course. On the rebound, Broad backhanded it at an impossible angle, and Caskey was there to clean up the rebound like it was nothing.
Boy, tough break for Hingham there. Personini made the save. It went right off the back of his defenseman. We'll see it here on the replay. Puck is shot off of Personini, hits his defenseman right in front of the net. Off the body of Roster. Caskey puts it right in the back of the net to make it a 1-goal game, Jake.
Will Jones lobs it into the end zone. Tennessee battling for position. 7 seconds go in the period. 2 men in front for the Harberman, but Gordon couldn't get there. He was well screened by Donnie Broad, and that is going to take us to the intermission. Hingham with a 3-goal lead, and all of a sudden, it's 3-2. What an end sequence to this second period, Mark.
I tell you, Jake, I'm trying to keep track of my score sheet here. We had 4 goals in the final minute of play.
Wow.
And, you know, 2 coming 7 seconds apart, and then the other 2 coming 5 seconds apart. So, you know, here's the replay here of the first goal of the period. Hingham going up 2-1 there on the wraparound attempt, and then finding the back of the net there was number 27. Second goal of the period here. 7 seconds later, as Hingham goes up 3-0, and they think they have it in cruise control, and back comes Barnstable. Barnstable again, Donnie Broad finding the back of the net, and as you said, Jake, nobody may be more surprised than Donnie Broad. And his line,
good things will happen.
yeah, then 5 seconds later, Donnie Broad and Caskey do it again as Caskey picks the puck right up off the front of the defenseman. It falls right at his feet. He puts it in the back of the net, and all of a sudden, it's 3-2. So we started with the period with Hingham having a 1-goal lead, and we finished the period with Hingham having a 1-goal lead, yet we had 4 goals in the final minute of that period, Jake.
And not all 1-goal leads created equally. They had a 3-goal lead, and it was gone just like that. You get flashbacks to the Weymouth game almost. Not quite as dramatic. It happened a lot more quickly than that. Hingham probably needs the first goal of this third period just to keep Barnstable at bay. They love playing from behind, those guys.
Yeah, I agree, Jake. I think Coach Messina's going to have a very loud message. Maybe they got a little too comfortable there when they got up 3-0, and there's no giving this Red Raiders team. As you said, they're used to coming from behind. You know, they've done it all year, and they've done it in the tournament here already, especially in that Marshfield game that we got to witness the other night. And, you know, I know this is the first of 3, so you hate to talk about overtime, which elongates the evening, Jake, but it is Friday night, and I know you don't have any plans.
Of course not. Nothing else going on.
Nothing better than calling here on MyHockeyLive. So we do have 2 more games coming up after this one, and we'll let Jake catch his breath a little bit and thank our sponsors, as we'll give a thank you out to BEW Local 103. This year, Local 103 will celebrate 150 years of serving the electrical needs of the greater Boston area. For over the past 100 years, Local 103 has done the electrical work on prestigious colleges, universities, financial institutions, athletic complexes like Fenway Park, Gillette Stadium, and TD Garden. With Local 103 on your team, you know you'll receive the same championship quality installation you've come to expect. For your next on-time, on-budget electrical project, visit the 103advantage.com. Also, Integrated Benefits Group, IBG, is a boutique firm specializing in employee benefit and human capital management. Employee benefits are amongst the largest concerns for any company. IBG can manage costs and offer the right plans for your employees. To get your no-cost benefits audit, please call Tony Maffio, 781-953-2000, or visit them online at thinkibg.com, thinkibg.com. The new Jif To-Go Dippers combine creamy Jif peanut butter and crunchy pretzels for the perfect grab-and-go snack, a favorite of Pat Serio's. He loves those Jif Dippers, so keep them coming. Also, Brian McGagan of Mohawk Rubber Sales. Brian, I'm sure, tuning in here as his local team, Hingham, is on the ice. Mohawk Rubber Sales is the largest independent distributor of auto shop supplies in the USA and is headquartered right here in Massachusetts. Mohawk carries only the most reputable brands in the industry and can guarantee delivery to most U.S. locations in under 3 days. All products are available online, so be sure to check out the store at mohawkrubber.com. Give a shout out also to our friends over at Transitions Kitchens in Bath, conveniently located on Washington Street in Norwell. Transitions Kitchens and Baths, embracing style, personality, and home. Be sure to visit them at transitionkbr.com. So at the end of 2 periods of play, the Hingham Harbormen 3, Barnstable Red Raiders 2, will be back in about 6 minutes with the start of your 3rd period. Don't go away. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the start of the 3rd period down here at the Gallo Ice Arena. We want to thank John Hickey, the rink manager down here, who's set us up, as always, with our nice perch here just about at center ice. Mark Igo alongside Jake Levin and Pat Serio of SerioVideo.com. Hingham leading this one 3-2 as we get ready for the start of the 3rd. Jake, we had 1 goal in the first 29 minutes and then 4 goals in the final minute. So anything goes here in the 3rd period.
That was bonkers. No other way to describe it. The end of that 2nd period was bonkers. And just when you think Hingham is on their way to cruising like they did against Wellesley, Not the case. We got a grinder on our hands.
Yeah, we do, and you gotta figure the Red Raiders are feeling pretty good about where they're at right now. They were down 3-0. Looked like the air was coming out of the arena here, and Barnstable strikes for 2 quick goals to close out the period. So a lot of pressure on both teams here as we get ready for the third, Jake.
Barnstable controls the opening draw at center ice, but Selesky plays the puck for the Harbormen back in his own end.
Winner of this game will take on the Severian Hawks on Sunday night at 6:30 right here at the Gallo.
For what it's worth, Severian did not play Hingham in the regular season. They did play Barnstable, and the Red Raiders tied the Hawks 3-3. It's a turnover. Donnie Broad with a good shooting angle, but an excellent block by Droster. Lost his stick in the process, but totally took away the angle for Broad. And underneath the legs of Terez, it goes out to McDonough, who fires it.
Post comes off the mooring here just to the right of the goaltender Personini, but Barnstable carrying the early pressure here in the start of the third period. Donnie Broad called his name probably 16 times at the end of that second period with a goal in and assist.
Barnstable going to get the draw in their attacking zone. And again, a very aggressive setup off the draw, but they can't win it. Matt Egan for the Harbormen, up ice with DeMellis. Had his pocket picked by DeMeo.
Yeah, Magnia making a beautiful little poke check right there with his stick.
That's Magnia from his own end trying to get the clear. Thwarted by O'Rourke. O'Rourke for Egan in the slot. Backhand shot.
Oh, what a nice play.
Egan to DeMellis. May have been McNally. We'll check the replay for you. It was one or the other, and the Harbormen are back on top by 2. Just a minute 04 into the third period.
Yeah, that DeMillis line, we've seen it a couple of times. A beautiful pass across right here, then the backhander, and just getting his stick out in time to poke that behind goaltender Dylan Campbell.
So it was indeed Matt DeMellis who was right there. McNally was skating right behind him, went for the celebration. Either way, the Harbormen will take it. Matt DeMellis having yet another dominant performance for the Harbormen.
Yeah, 1:04 of the third period puts Hingham up 4-2 with a big goal there, Jake, as Barnstable clearly had the momentum.
But here they are the other way, and it's Donnie Broad. He had one of those goals for the Red Raiders. Diagonal pass couldn't connect with McNally, but it was on goal, so it will not be an icing. Just a minute and a half gone by in the third period, and we've already picked up action where we left off in the second. Scoring and the trading of scoring chances. This is Jack Hennessy. Centering pass for Gordon, and his stick was lifted by McDonough. Harbormen maintain possession in their attacking zone. It's Hennessy in the far circle. Turns and fires. Stick saved by Campbell.
Starting to wonder if Dylan Campbell's a little shell-shocked here, Jake. Not really following that puck as well as he was earlier in the game.
5 goals total in the last 3 or so minutes of hockey time. Shea leaves it for Terez, who gains the line, moves wider to the circle on the near side. Checked off the play, but is able to advance the puck to Shea. Now to the point, Droster turns and fires. Saved by Campbell, rebound shot, and Campbell stones Terez. Robert up in Terez for Shea in front. Poking at it, and Campbell is able to cover up between his legs. A pivotal save for the Barnstable goaltender. We have a man down behind the play.
Absolute huge save there by Dylan Campbell as Carson Terez is just really snake-bitten here tonight. And the player, I don't know if that's McDonough or...
It is McDonough, and that is terrible news for Barnstable fans as he rushed back from his collarbone injury.
Yeah, it looks like a hand, and I think looks like he's shaking his right hand. Maybe took a little slash or a stick to the lower forearm there, just to finish off that quick goal there. As you said, Jake, 1:04 of the third period. DeMillis from O'Rourke and Hennessy. So DeMillis from O'Rourke and Hennessy. Hingham goes up 4-2.
That line is back on the ice. There's Egan. Towards the slot, it was blocked. Jacobs far point along the perimeter. Going to be corralled by Egan in front. Save made by Campbell. DeMellis able to throw his stick in the way and keep the puck in the Harbormen end. DeMellis on a tour of the attacking zone towards the slot. Didn't connect with anybody, wide off the end boards, and Campbell wisely falls on top of it with his glove, saved with 12:09 to go.
Yeah, game could easily be 6-2 here, Jake. Campbell has been tested early and often here in the third period, and he has come up large the last 2 tries here, and keeping it a 2-goal game. Is Dylan Campbell, the senior goaltender, saying, boys, climb on my back. Let's get something going here.
Matt Caskey on the draw for Barnstable. He won it so cleanly, right back to his goaltender, Campbell. Matt Caskey is one of the Barnstable players you really got to watch for. He had the second goal to pull within 1 at the tail end of that period. And rest assured, he's going to be involved in some more scoring chances.
Yeah, it's pretty much been Caskey, Broad, and Conway for the Red Raiders here, and they're all on the ice.
Red Raiders having trouble getting beyond the red line. Sent back in by Gordon, who had a goal in the second.
Red Raiders really need that next goal, Jake. Try to draw within 1 and get back in this thing.
This is going to be Forbes. Forbes into the circle, fires, save Campbell, rebound, save Campbell, rebound, shot, and score. It's Hennessy again, and Hingham is on top by 3, 5-2.
Yeah, boy, Dylan Campbell just unable to control the rebounds on those 2 shots. Making the initial saves, but here's the replay. You know, you'll see Campbell slide down, go make the save, make the next one, and then the puck just rolls right back out in front, and Hennessy there to put it in the back of the net for his second goal of the game.
Hardman getting contributions from all over, and it looks like Barnstable's going to take their timeout with their season on the line. 11:40 to go, and they need at least 3 goals.
Yeah, good timeout there by Coach Nickerson. His boys are obviously scrambling in their own zone right now, unable to get the puck out, not giving their goaltender any help whatsoever. And that one's going to come at 3 minutes and 20 seconds of the third period, Jake. So looking down at the notes, and
let's take another look at that goal. 3 consecutive chances. It started with Forbes, then it was Gordon and Hennessy. You're going down, the smaller the number in order. 28, 27, no, 26, able to put it away.
Yeah, and again, the defense kind of collapsing on their goaltender there. And a red jersey just right out in front of the net is Hennessy with a stick down on the ice. Second time he's done that tonight, Jake. He's in good position. Stick is on the ice.
Timeout is over. Barnstable with their season on the line. Draw at center ice, won by the Harbormen. But poked free by Dunn, who's on the receiving end of a big hit from Teres.
Goes Hennessy from Forbes and Gordon, as you said, Jake, 26 from 28 and 27.
Hardman in their own end. Now there's still plenty of time left, and Hingham has a tendency to get back on their heels when they get a big lead. They will look to avoid that for the 3rd time this tournament.
Last time they had a 3-goal lead, Barnstable scored the next 2.
Will Jones with a puck that was deflected right on to Dylan Campbell's pad. Jones gets the puck back, cross point for Selesky. I don't think he was expecting it, but he stays with it and advances it further in his own end. Corbett down there tangling, looks like it's O'Rourke, and getting slammed down Corbett, and somehow missing the call. Corbett just basically tackled Jack Hennessy, Teres rather. Not going to be a call.
No call there, but just another gritty line by Hingham Harbormen, and they've got Barnstable retreating here in their defensive zone. Barnstable's got to kind of will their way out of this defensive zone, and we got a whistle here. Barnstable trying a late change, and the official not allowing it.
Hingham leads by 3 for the 2nd time tonight. As I said, they were up 4 against Weymouth and allowed the Wildcats to make it 4-3. They were up 3-0 against Barnstable earlier, allowed Barnstable to make it 3-2. They're now up 5-2. And it's O'Rourke looking for Egan on a backhanded pass. Couldn't connect, and it's McDonough leading the charge up ice for the Red Raiders. But offsides was Donnie Broad.
Yeah, Donnie Broad and McDonough both coming with a head full of steam, and McDonough tried to take it a little wide. I think Broad thought he was just going to go straight up the ice, and as soon as he turned to the right, Broad was over the blue line and called for the offsides here with 10:21 remaining in the third period. Hingham up 5-2.
Just a reminder that coming up next, it's the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers taking on the Hanover Indians in a Division III South sectional semifinal.
And we're going to get a penalty again. Yeah, second one of the game.
Attleboro, Hanover, and that precedes Norwell, Cohasset.
Yeah, a bunch of great games coming up. Droster's going to go to the penalty box for the trip. Is number 5, Hingham. His second penalty of the game.
That's the kind of break Barnstable needs to try to get back into this game.
Yeah, 4:51 of the third period.
Barnstable controls it. McDonough at the near point sends it up over the end glass, well high. They'll still get a draw in their attacking zone. I believe it went off of somebody's stick.
That Hanover game is being presented by the Friends of Hanover High School Hockey, so a big shout out to all our friends there in Hanover.
I will be on the call that game. I can neither confirm nor deny there will be a Rich McClone and or Phil Garceau sighting.
Hingham penalty, call number 5, Nico.
Mark Igo is pulling an Elvis and leaving the building.
You could say you're pulling a George Costanza and going out on top. Hardeman get the clear. Still 1:15 to go on the Barnstable power play.
My lifestyle is probably more like George Costanza than Elvis, Jake.
Always do the opposite and nothing will go wrong. Campbell almost misplaced the puck and lets it trickle through the crease. But right there to pick it up was McDonough for Caskey, a long two-line pass. Hammered back out by O'Rourke. Campbell out of his net, got to be wary of McNally. McNally and Campbell collide. There will be a penalty on neither. Barnstable with 40 seconds left. Caskey gained the line, but poke checked away by O'Rourke. Here's McNally. Couldn't get out of the way of McDonough, who elbowed McNally, but there will not be a call. I believe it was more incidental than deliberate. 9:05 to go in the third period. Selesky tries to clear, knocks it off Conway. Did a good job keeping it in the attacking zone, but only for so much longer.
Yeah, not a good power play here. We had hoped that Barnstable would get something rolling here and try to get back into this game, but Hingham has been more on the attack than the Red Raiders. 3 seconds remaining, so we're going to be all even here.
Back to 5-on-5. Barnstable still has it in their offensive end. Irie to the puck to the backhand, trying to keep it away from Matt Caskey. That is Perez using the sideboards to his advantage. Perez into the circle, and he sent it towards the slot, but unable to finish the play. I believe it was Iria. Will Jones sends it into the corner. Hingham very content, killing clock here. Attleboro's in front of me. Barnstable still on the ice.
Yeah, we got the Blue Bombardiers right down in front of us, Jake, as you said, and you know, a very young team. I mean, they've got an 8th grader on the roster, only 3 seniors, and you know, making a lot of noise here in this tournament, making their all the way. You know, they came in because of the way they ranked them, right, or seed them as the 21 seed, and you know, won the 2 games they needed to get here to face Hanover in the next game.
And I will say this, arguably the best uniform I have seen in this tournament. The Golden Eagle.
They got a little bit of a little bit of Boston College Golden Eagle on top the blue jerseys, and the Blue Bombardiers. Head coach Mike Cripps getting his boys here against Hanover, and we've seen Hanover a few times.
You'll see plenty of Attleboro and Hanover coming up in 7 minutes and 54 seconds, at least of hockey time, and then of course the transition between the game. For now, Barnstable with an attacking zone draw, becoming all the more pivotal here for them as we're inside 8 minutes to go. The Hardman control it. This is Hennessy shooting up the right side and getting in line. Fires it on net. Hennessy was looking for the hat trick, but right into the breadbasket of Campbell.
You've seen Hingham a lot more than I have this year, and Jake, but boy, Hennessy looks real good tonight as he I don't know if he's had multiple goal games this season, but certainly great performance out of him tonight.
Well, that's their second line, and obviously not quite the firepower of your McNally, DeMellis, Egan triumvirate, but another very productive line, and no one player, just like that top line, stands out above the others. They are all equal contributors. That's Forbes along the sideboards, just killing clock. 7.5 to go. We're halfway through this third period. That was Forbes. Intercepted. That's DeMellis, was looking for Hennessy in the slot. Hennessy wants that hat trick.
Yeah, I think DeMellis wanted Hennessy to get the hat trick as well. Gave up the shot and tried to make the pass. Difficult pass there.
Yeah, DeMellis has had his share of multi-goal games and hat tricks. He'll spread the wealth. That is Droster. Gets it out of his own end, but intercepted by Corbett. Gains the line and picked off by DeMellis. DeMellis taking his time, not being frantic at all in his decision-making. Slowly moved it up towards McNally. Broad almost intercepted it. Hardman just playing keep away.
Boy, Hingham really working the clock. There's a nice play there by number 4, Kevin Conway, who's had a good game for the Red Raiders, and here comes McDonough.
McDonough, atop the slot, fires and blocked by Droster towards the far corner. It was picked up by Conway and swept in by Corbett for Conway.
Boy, Coach Messina not liking that lack of a call on the high stick in the back of the net. Really letting the official hear about it a little bit here, and certainly the Hingham coaching staff knows that the Red Raiders can sneak their way right back into this thing. 6 minutes remaining, so Red Raiders gonna have to open it up a bit here, Jake.
Here comes Donnie Broad. Donnie Broad is in, well defended by Jones. Will Jones is on him step for step like Darrell Rivas.
Yes, nice game for number 21, Will Jones. Again, his brother watching us live in New York City on a Friday night.
One of 4 members of the Jones family to play varsity hockey for the Highwaymen. Tim, of course, was on that 2010 championship team. 5.5 to go. Perez knocks it off the side glass towards Iria. Will Jones, cross ice for O'Rourke. O'Rourke's going to carry it and fires it. Pad save Campbell. Perfectly placed for Oakley. In transition they come, but knocked away by Selesky. Up for Egan. Egan for
Nice
McNally in
pass.
the slot to the circle for DeMellis shot. Score!
I tell you, they put on a clinic tonight, Jake, with the passing, the tic-tac-toe. That's the third time they've done it tonight, and boy, I tell you, they're executing that beautifully as we'll get a look at the replay here momentarily, and Hingham going up 6-2, but look at this passing, Jake, just tremendous.
All youth hockey players out there who want to play at a high school level someday should watch how that play developed. That was a thing of beauty. That's DeMellis' second goal of the game. So both he and Hennessy were the multi-goal games for the Highwaymen.
So the 2 defensemen, Jones and Selesky, getting assists on that goal by DeMellis.
This is McNally up ice. He's looking for another goal for the Highwaymen. They lead 6-2 inside 5 minutes to go. DeMellis through the slot, under the legs of one defender. Backhands it to the point for Jacobs, who turns and fires. Off the end, Moritz.
Good shot there by Jacobs from the point. Feeding it back nicely was DeMellis. Good heady play there.
McNally biding his time in the slot for Egan, who shoots and scores.
Yeah, that puck clearly went in, and they're calling a face-off to the side, but that puck was in the net.
I didn't see the red light go off, so I had my hesitations. Was the net off its moorings, perhaps?
We're going to see the replay here. That puck finds the inside of the net. Right there, that's, boy.
That looks like a goal to us.
Yeah, that did look like it snuck in over the goal line just on the inside of the post, but we got a whistle, and Coach Messina questioning the official on whether or not the puck went in, but
not an egregious missed call based on the 4-goal lead here.
4-goal lead, and you know, it did happen away from the far side of where the official was standing, and came back out pretty quickly. There it is again, and
You know, if we had Central replay up in Toronto, I think they'd be telling us it's 7-2 right now.
Well, Stereo Videos will break this down for all of us tonight at about midnight when he gets home.
The serenation of the Barnstable team from the Harborman fans.
Yeah, 4:22 remaining, and the chant has already begun, and the officials are conferring about something, and maybe, well, I guess they're conferring whether or not it went off a Barnstable stick up into the netting there, and it's decided it did.
And it's the bruiser line on for the Harborman. Andrew Driscoll out to O'Rourke for Droster.
Is this your Driscoll Garrity? Is Garrity out here too?
Of course Garrity's out there. He wouldn't miss this opportunity.
So first shift of the game for these boys. Number 33, Joe Garrity, a senior. Getting a chance.
Garrity misses out on that one. But Driscoll there to pick up the slack. Stolen away by Donnie, brought in the slot, looking for Kasky. Personini, well possession. Here's Garrity taking his time, lumbering up ice. Gets it to Driscoll, who tees it up, and it's a hard shot off the end glass. Andrew Driscoll, only a sophomore.
Yeah, the big sophomore letting that one rip.
He's a sophomore. He's bigger than almost the entire team.
Yes, and his brother also good size. Thanks, Jim. Mr. Jim Boyle passing by, taking a quick snapshot of Jake Levin. Some of Hingham's finest passing by here.
Barnstable back up ice. It's McDonough. 3.5 to go. McDonough fires. Save Personini. Rebound just wide to the far side of the post. Still in the Barnstable attack zone. DeMaio looking for McDonough. Intercepted by Dan Shea.
Boy, McDonough's worked hard trying to get a goal.
For Ieria. Ieria leaving that one for, I believe that was Shea. Fired just wide. 3 minutes to go. So we're starting to get ready for Hingham Zavarian on Sunday.
6:30 p.m. We'll be bringing it here live from MyHockeyLive.
Nifty glove save by Campbell with 2:53 to go.
So a lot of seniors on this Barnstable roster, Jake. Of course, Personini now going off the ice and being replaced by Jack Santilli, the senior goaltender, who had a lot of playing time last year in his junior year, kind of stepping in, and Jack Santilli, the senior, will get a little action here as Personini goes off the ice, and as you said, they get ready for the Zavarian Hawks on Sunday night at 6:30 p.m., and that should be a great battle that we will be down here to call for you on Sunday night. We'll have the whole crew down here Sunday night as we're going to drag Paul Mack down from the North Shore, and Jake and I will be here. And
absolutely.
Of course, Stereo Video never misses a final down at the Gallo. And Pat is, of course, rooting for snow, but I don't see any in the forecast.
You know, Hingham is Zavarian. They have a little bit of history in an era gone by in the Super 8. Back in 2008, Zavarian famously upset Hingham in the first round. That was back when it was round-robin pool play. And then later on in 2010, when it was still in pool play, Hingham got revenge against Zavarian in their championship season.
Right, I missed that round-robin play, to be honest, Jake.
I do too, you know, and maybe not the time or place here. I would like to see it return someday. I'm not too sure about these. You play best of 3, and then all of a sudden only a 1 game for the championship?
Right, and of course, only one of those going to the best of 3, Austin Prep, will play Central Catholic on Sunday at 11:45 over in Woburn.
That's going to be a great one. I
Yeah,
think Austin Prep, I think, is one of the most underrated teams in that field. I saw what they did to BC High and Falmouth. And, you know, people say it's an upset. BC High lost to St. John's Prep. I'm really not surprised.
I'm not either. We had St. John's Prep a couple of times this year, and, boy, they're very impressive, solid in between the pipes, and very strong up front. They gave Malden Catholic a heck of a game when we were up there.
Looks like some of the bruiser line back out there for the Harborman, Andrew Driscoll.
Yeah, Santilli seeing his first shot rise up over the crossbar there, just above his glove.
Driscoll with a crisp pass for DeMellis. They are neighbors back in Hingham.
1 minute remaining.
My old neighborhood.
Oh yeah, back in the day. DeMellis in there. Towards the slot, looking for Driscoll. It's going to go to Jacobs atop the circle. I think that was blocked by Conway. Jacobs fires, nice glove save by Campbell. Shot, rebound, score. We had a Barnstable fan, multiple Barnstable fans.
We got hats coming onto the ice.
I don't know if those are hats. I think that's just something else from Barnstable. They're a little upset. A great season for the Red Raiders, no question.
I got to tell you, Dylan Campbell's got to be exhausted in that net. Just seeing an incredible amount of shots here, especially in the third period. And, you know, although it's 7-2, certainly he's done his job.
So Andrew Driscoll with the assist. So the lone member of the Bruiser line that doesn't get a point is Joey Garrity. Can't say I'm surprised. Barnstable up ice. They're going to
30 seconds remaining as we wind down the clock.
Barnstable with an incredible run this postseason. Great games with Falmouth and an even better game with Marshfield.
Sure. What a
they
great
were
game.
washed up and left for dead against the Rams, not once but twice. They tied the game in the final minute and in the final 2.5 minutes before that, as Garrity takes a shot from beyond the blue line. That will do it. Still a successful season for the Red Raiders, but the Harbmen are off to the D1 South Finals.
So it's going to be Hingham against Severian on Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. for the D1 South Final, and the rights to go on to the Boston Garden on Sunday, March 15th. So, of course, we also have the D1 North Finals coming up on Monday night. We'll be bringing those live from Songus Arena, where we have a Battle of Arlington. Arlington versus Arlington Catholic, and that should be a great one. So, no real surprises there between the four teams, the Final Four in the D1 bracket with Hingham and Severian, and then, of course, Arlington and Arlington Catholic up north. So a well-rounded field, which looks to just make for a great game at the Garden come the 15th, no matter which of those four teams.
I know, I can't wait.
Should be a great day. So
Hingham will be playing for their right to go back to the Garden for the first time since 2010, and that was in the Super 8. A little different, though.
Yes.
Playing for D1 crown this time, it still means the same to these players.
Sure does. So again, just about 7 minutes between games here as we get ready for Hanover and Attleboro. Hanover a top seed here, coming in at 17-3-2, and no stranger as they made their way to the finals last year. And Attleboro, as you said, Jake, kind of a sneaky team. Maybe didn't have the wins, that a lot of the other teams had coming in. But you pointed out before the broadcast about their schedule. And
well, yeah, I'll tease it for you now. Remember, they play in the Hockomock League, but they are a Division III team. And the rest of the Hockomock, the Cali Rex division anyways, is all D1 and D2 teams. And I'm not just talking about any teams. I'm talking about the Franklin Panthers, for one, as well as the Mansfield Hornets, another high-quality team. So the thing about Attleboro is that, yes, they were 8-11-3 overall, but they were 6-1-1 against fellow Division III opponents. So they're not afraid of Hanover.
yeah, absolutely. Actually, 11-6 outside their division. So, a good team, hot right now. Maybe riding the wave a little bit of the Blue Bombardiers, and we certainly love the uniform, so that'll be fun to watch. And, of course, Hanover playing very well right now. So that's going to do it here from the first of 3 games here down at the Gallo Ice Arena in Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts. Hingham goes on to win this one over Barnstable and advance their way to the D1 South Finals to play Severian on Sunday night.
The final is 7-2. We will be back, or at least I'll be back, in about probably 10-15 minutes or so. We'll be ultimately between games. I want to thank Mark Igo for his contributions today. I know he'll be tuned in on his route home. Pat Sario's not going anywhere. He's stuck here with me all night. And I'll be joined by either Phil Garceau or Rich McClone. To be announced. I will keep you listeners waiting in suspense.
There you go. And
Till next time.
Yep.
Jake Levin on MyHockeyLive.com.